We gonna check out some Wes Huff and Billy Carson drama going on, and apparently Christians get very angry when someone else is trying to be a grifter besides Jesus. Jesus is the only grifter that they allow on this planet. Just give your money to the church. Just give your money to the church. All right, so let's go. Let's go check them out. Fucking cocksuckers. Here we go. That's a good one to start off with. Great one.
Look at you, investing like you divine name in terms of what we see in the Old Testament as.
All right, hold up real quick. Gotta do some things up in you. Here we go. All right, this is a perfect one right here. This doesn't have Billy Carson in it, but let's get right to the damn point. The name. The name. There is no name. The one true creator owns every single name. There is no name that is separate from the one true creator. Therefore, to attempt to give the one true creator one specific name is to separate it from every other name in creation. The one true creator owns every name. You cannot just say one name. This is the name of, because, well, you can do it all you want, but that doesn't make it accurate. As soon as you do, you just named an individual that can't possibly be the one true creator, such as Yahweh, Allah, Jesus. Roll with it, Huffy.
God's name. God's name in Hebrew in the Old Testament is the word Yahweh, Yavhe Vavhe, and that's how scholars approximate its pronunciation. And
see, the thing is, they originally intended that to be a title, not a name, but people are using it as a name, forgetting that it was supposed to be a title, using it as a name, and there is no name. There is no name for the one true creator. You can call it things. You can come up with labels for it, but that is not its name.
Where this actually comes from is Exodus chapter 3, with the story of the burning bush. When Moses...
Fucker, man, I swear to God with this shit. Fucking cocksucker.
Encounters the burning bush, he asks, what if people ask the name of the God who has sent me? And God replies and says, yeah. And this is translated as I am, but it's more accurate as I will be. It's sort of a funny word to do.
And I agree. You know, that is the closest thing to a name that you could possibly say is I am, because within I am, anything that comes after that is creation. I am is creation, will be is creating. Which I will say that there was originally a more accurate understanding of the one true creator from people, but it's lost the accuracy these days.
Decline in Hebrew. Now, it doesn't really make any sense for Moses to go out and say, I will be has sent me. So instead, God says, Yahweh, the God of our ancestors, he has sent me to you. That's what he says Moses should tell them. And Yahweh means he will be, in terms of the one who is upholding.
So now reasons why I say why Yahweh can't possibly be the one true creator. There's a lot of reasons for that. And it's because of all the limitations imposed on him through the accepted dogmas. And it's funny because they all have different dogmas. every different denomination. Then you have the different denominations from Jew to Christian, which they are followers of Abraham, but totally different, classes of beliefs. But even within each class, there are warring denominations. Isn't that interesting? You guys, you guys devour each other, right? Even though you're brothers.
The universe, we could argue, is sort of an approximation of what that means. Now, in order to understand how this is rendered in English translations, or maybe you've heard, what's up with Jehovah compared to Yahweh, compared to Elohim? Well, in order to understand this, we need to go back to how Hebrew was written, because the Hebrew word Yahweh was not spoken out loud at a certain point in Jewish history. In order to avoid committing blasphemy, Jews would come to that word, Yavhe Vavhe in the Hebrew, and they would
see just that concept, blasphemy. Oh, okay. that is implying that there is a word within creation that the one true creator does not own. Blasphemy. That is implying that the one true creator can possibly be attacked in some way. Blasphemy. Okay, this is why I say that the followers of Abraham have lost their way, that they have a broken theology. Okay, going right to the root of it, I'll jump right into it. So what really makes their theology broken is that they say the one true creator created everything. Okay, are we agreed there? Okay, so then they go on to say, but wait, there's things within creation that can possibly be separate from the one true creator. That would make him an imperfect creator right off the bat. Okay, so they're fucking up already. So then they're saying, not only can you be separate from him, but you can be opposed to him. Fucking dumb fucks. Okay. More separation. So this is what I'm saying. This is what makes your theology broken, is they incessantly attempt to interject division and separation into of the one true creator. And it's funny, I've been hanging with a little bit lately, and okay, they are a very hard crowd to please. Let's just put it this way. Don't ever paraphrase them. Don't ever paraphrase. They don't like paraphrasing. They will call you a liar. They will say, you're lying about me. And I'm like, bro, I paraphrased. There's a difference. I paraphrased the way I took it. I didn't say the exact word. Oh, my bad. Okay, I get off subject there. But so let's roll with it, Wes.
Instead of saying out loud the divine name, instead of saying Yahweh, in order to avoid committing blasphemy, instead they would read it as Adonai, which means my Lord. So they would vowel point it actually with...
Okay, so check it out. The one true creator created everything in existence, but there is one group of people on one tiny little speck of a planet within the infinite vastness of creation that he's going to claim for his people. But wait, all people are already his. He created everything. And I'm not saying Yahweh created everything, because I'm not saying Yahweh is the one true creator. That followers of Abraham have corrupted the very construct of the one true creator. That they are attempting to borrow its power while intentionally placing limits on the power of the one true creator in order to control the other sentient singularities, the other co-creators. Because when it comes down to it, we are all a fractal quanta of the one true creator. Our consciousness is an extension of the omniconscious. Essentially, we are a sea of gods. Okay? Every drop within the ocean is within the drop. And thus are we all. So, How do you control other co-creators? By controlling what they think. And how do you well, you control their actions. You control their actions by controlling what they think. You control what someone thinks by controlling their beliefs. Okay. So I'm just saying, he's the one true creator, but he only has one people, the Jews. Okay, and then the Jews are, and then if you say no, wait, the Jews proclaim we are God's people. We are better than you. Pretty much. Come on, let's just say it. We're better than you, right? And then as soon as someone else says, "But wait, Jewy Magoo, you're not better than me. We're the same." Then they say, anti-Semitism, because you said no. Wait, you're not better than me. We're the same, putting it equal. But no, as soon as you put it equal, they don't like that because they got to be better than you. Of course they do. Same, and that passed on to the Christians. Oh well, they got to be better than you because they have the superior beliefs, right? But y'all do you. But and Wes, this guy, when I first saw him, I subscribed to him, then I watched a couple of his videos, and I unsubscribed to him. I'm like, fuck that guy. I'm like, he's so smart and educated and well versed, but then I started thinking about it because the one true creator told me I must oppose the broken theology of Abraham everywhere I encounter it. And so there was an initial shock of fear from that guy. I'm like, damn, he's smart, and I'm just a fucktard. But but then the one true creator reminded me, it's like, as smart as these fucking people are, they're still everything on the broken theology of Abraham, which is easy to eviscerate. So, and here I go, and we're off. And if you're wondering, this is a friend's shed of mine, a friend down the road. I'm just hanging out a little bit before I gotta go to work. He lets me charge my phone because I live off grid. He lets me charge my phone in his shed, and I'll get water from him too. And he's Christian. Oh yeah, I'm not saying I hate Christians. I got Christians all up in my family. Uh, okay, on on one side of my family, the last name is Christiansen. That they were Nordic Vikings that all converted to Christianity. But fuck that shit. I was raised as pagan. My mom raised me. Yeah, you had your chance, Dad. You could have raised me Christian if you wanted, but you was more worried about finding the bottom of your beer bottle. So, I'm just saying, my dad's there for me now, but when I was a kid, he was more worried about the bottom of the beer bottle. You know? So my mom got to raise me, and she instilled in me a very healthy criticism of followers of Abraham. Every time we drove by a church as a kid, my mom would say, "Ew, yucky church," and I'd be like, "Ugh," and I still have that feeling. And I've been in there a few times, and my very first church experience as a kid was going to a Pentecostal church in Topeka, Kansas, big old church too, and everyone starts freaking out doing their hibbity dibbity jibbity shit, and I start laughing. I just start straight laughing. I'm like, what is going on here? And that I was a little kid. I don't know, how old was I? Like 8, 9, something. They're like, "You got the devil in you, boy. You're laughing." Now, I didn't know this at the time, but there's supposed to be someone there translating. Wasn't no one translating. It was just the whole congregation up. Everyone all freaking out doing their. If you've been, you know what I'm talking about. If you ain't been, look it up. I'm sure there's videos on it. They were like, "You got the devil in you, boy," and I'm like, "What about that motherfucker right there?" And so the introduction to Christianity. So they confirmed the ew church that my mom always instilled in me. Because when I went to church, not only did they start freaking out, acting possessed, but then they told me I had the devil in me because I was laughing at them. It's like, if y'all got the balls to do that in public, what you're doing right there in public, then you better have the balls to take a fucking kid laughing at you. All right. Tell us more, Huffy.
The with the vowels of Adonai and the consonants of Yahweh. I'll explain that just in a minute. So actually, when you see the word Lord in your English translation of the Bible, capital lowercase Lord, what you're seeing is a tradition that is rendered in the Hebrew. That when Jews would, instead of saying Yahweh, the divine name, they would say Adonai. And that is repeated in the Septuagint, the Greek translation of.
Okay, so even back then they were taking Yahweh as the divine name when the word Yahweh was just saying I am, I will be anyway. You know. So even y'all are missing the point. There is no fucking name. y'all are missing the point. No name. No, there's no name. Every name. If you can find a way to fit every name in one name, then there you go. But still, that's missing the point. The best you can do is a label. Is something to call it is the best you can do, but when you totally forget it's a label and you start saying no, that's its name, y'all are fucking up.
The Old Testament, which the New Testament authors are using a good portion. They render the divine name as Kurios, which is Lord in Greek. Now, when we get Old Testament quoted in the.
All right, Wesley. Some people ask me what's up. This right here is a Vexus. This is a boat company. I don't work for them. I've never worked for them. I don't represent them. Don't come after me, guys. Don't come after me. I'm not representing y'all. Okay, but I had a friend that worked there. I know a bunch of people that work there in the welding department still. Most of the guys that work at Vexus came from Ranger Boats, just literally right down the block. Right down the street. Their plants are from each other. So yeah, I did work out at Ranger Boats for 4 or 5 years or something. Some of the weapons I have, those are my weapon designs. That is cut out of the pultrusion board that they use to help reinforce the bottoms. One of the jobs I did out there, I would cut up the pultrusion kits for the boats, and then I went over to welding. So I wish I got more of that board shit to make more weapons out of.